Yo, what's up, guys? Zack Poff here, MaxPreps National Football Editor. And with National Signing Day coming to conclusion yesterday, we're going to start zoning in on the class of 2023 and go position by position and break down some of the best players in the country. We're going to start with the quarterbacks, and when looking at the top 10 in the class of 2023, there are 4 5-stars already. And when you look at state by state, California leads the way with 4 overall. And checking in at number 10, we're sticking in the Golden State, and it's St. John Bosco's Pierce Clarkson. The 6', 185-pounder committed to Louisville last week, and I love this dude's game. He can beat you with his arm and his legs. He threw for over 1,500 yards and 17 TDs to go with nearly 300 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. Playing for Jason Negro, one of the best high school football coaches, and also St. John Bosco, one of the premier programs in high school football. The Braves have finished ranked in the top 10 7 consecutive years in the MaxPreps top 25 rankings. And Clarkson, he split time last year with Caton Hauser. Hauser now enrolled at Michigan State, and he's also the son of legendary quarterback coach Steve Clarkson. I expect Pierce to have a big-time senior campaign next year when he takes over as the full-time starter. Up next at number 9 is Brookwood's 4-star Dylan Lonergan. He's also a standout pitcher, but this dude had a big-time junior season at the quarterback position. The 6'2", 215-pounder threw for nearly 3,400 yards and had 32 touchdowns compared to only 3 interceptions. He also rushed for 645 yards and 7 more scores. He's already landed over 20 FBS offers. He's also a standout pitcher, went 7-1 with an ERA around 1 last season, and he's expressed interest that he does want to play both sports when he does get to the next level. Checking in at number 8 is Briarwood Christian's Christopher Vizina. The 6'3", 200-pounder is the only quarterback from Alabama featured in the top 10. He's currently uncommitted. He's one of the fastest rising prospects in the class of 2023. He balled out during his junior campaign. I love this dude's tape. He's very good at getting outside the pocket and making plays. Threw for over 2,000 yards and rushed for 600 more. He had 31 total touchdowns, and in January he committed to ball in the 2023 All-American Bowl. Up next at number 7 is the only quarterback from the Lone Star State featured in the top 10, and it's Denton Guyer's 4-star Jackson Arnold. The 6'1", 195-pounder committed to Oklahoma in January. He had a monster junior season. He threw for 3,900 plus yards, 34 TDs, had nearly 700 yards rushing and 12 more scores. Denton Guyer finished as the runner-up in 6A Division II and gave Austin Westlake its toughest challenge of the season in the state championship game. And I expect Jackson Arnold and Denton Guyer to be right back there in contention next season. And there's a good chance with Guyer returning a lot of key players along with Jackson Arnold that they're going to begin the season next year ranked in the MaxPreps top 25. Checking in at number 6 is the first of 2 from Louisiana, and it's Zachary's 4-star Eli Hollingstein, the 6'3.5", 225-pounder, committed to Texas A&M last June and had a big-time junior season. He was named the MaxPreps Louisiana Football Player of the Year after leading the Broncos to an undefeated season and 5A state title. He threw for 3,200 plus yards, 30 TDs, and also rushed for over 500 yards and 14 more scores. The second of 4 quarterbacks from California checks in at 5, and it's Pittsburgh's 4-star Jaden Rashada. The 6'4", 180-pounder is currently uncommitted. He threw for over 2,200 yards as a junior, had 27 touchdowns. He's already landed over 25 FBS offers and became the first high school football player to sign an NIL deal in December. The third of 4 quarterbacks from California checks in at number 4 and the first of 4 5-stars, and it's one of my favorite players in the class of 2023, Warren's Nico Imaliava. The 6'5", 195-pounder has all the tools when it comes to being a big-time quarterback. He can make every throw in the book. He makes plays with his feet. And the thing I love most about him is the dude is tough. And when you turn on the tape, you quickly fall in love with this dude's game. He's got the perfect size, and he's got great arm strength, and he's also a very accurate passer. And I feel like this is going to be a guy that's going to compete to finish as the number 1 overall recruit in the class of 2023. He dropped his top 12 back on Christmas, and a few notable schools included Alabama, Georgia, Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Oregon. The third-rated quarterback in the class of 2023 on 24/7 Sports composite rankings is King's 5-star Dante Moore. The 6'2", 195-pounder was named the MaxPreps Michigan Player of the Year after leading the Crusaders to a 13-1 record and a Division III state title. He put up big-time numbers during his junior campaign. He threw for over 3,000 yards, had 40 touchdowns, completed 70% of his passes. He was selected to the MaxPreps Junior All-America First Team He's already landed over 30 FBS offers, and he checks in as a number 8 overall recruit in 2023 on the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings, and is the number 1 rated player overall in the state of Michigan. Checking in at number 2 is Los Alamitos 5-star Malachi Nelson, the 6'3", 180-pounder, committed to USC back in November after Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma and went to SC. Nelson is rated as the number 2 player overall in the class of 2023 on 24/7 Sports Composite rankings. Dude balled out during his junior season. He threw for nearly 2,700 yards and 39 touchdowns while playing against some of the best competition in SoCal. He led the Griffins to the CIF Southern Section Division I playoffs, which is the toughest postseason bracket in high school football. It features all of the best teams in Southern California. And against national power St. John Bosco, he threw for 5 TDs in the loss. And the number 1 rated quarterback in the class of 2023 is also the top rated prospect overall in 24/7 Sports Composite rankings, and it's Newman's 5-star Arch Manning. The 6'4", 215-pounder has done something that neither of his uncles, Peyton and Eli, did, and that's be the starter since his freshman season. Through his first 3 years, he's thrown for 5,731 yards, has 72 touchdowns, and also has rushed for nearly 700 yards and 17 more scores. He's gone 25-6 as the starter and has led Newman to back-to-back state semifinal appearances, and is hoping during his senior year he can do something that no quarterback or no player has ever done at Newman, and that's get the Greenies to the state championship game. So he's working hard during the spring and during the summer to try and get Newman in position to be one of the best teams in the state of Louisiana next season. And over the next couple of months, we're going to go position by position and break down the top 10 players on 24/7 Sports Composite rankings. Next week, check back in. We're going to take a look at some of the best running backs.